Hey everybody, Happy New Year. So I hope yours is starting out great, and I figured why not start with a video talking about my favorite guitarist of all time, Mr. Eddie Van Halen, and we're going to talk about his picking and a really cool little trick that he does with his picking that has influenced me a lot, and it just gives you a really dynamic sound. So this year I want to focus on putting out a lot more lessons for you guys. If you would, do me a huge favor, hit the subscribe button. Let's dive in, get your picking hands ready, because we're going to learn the Eddie Van Halen picking trick. Okay, so let's dive into this. Now, when Eddie was doing his fast stuff, he typically, almost never picked everything outside of course, his tremolo picking set. That is obviously all picked, but when he's playing his fast stuff, he's usually doing a combination of some picked notes, some legato, and giving it a much more dynamic sound. This is something I stole from Eddie. I kind of flipped it around. I'll show you both ways here in just a second. But I have some licks here from I'm the One and from Spanish Fly that I think really demonstrate this. Now, some important things to note about Eddie's picking is that he tends to lead with legato first and then add picking notes at the end. He's also, a lot of times, outside picking. And then the final thing is how much Eddie can control his dynamics by doing this combination of picking and legato. So the first lick I want to show you is from Spanish Fly, and it goes like this. Now, what you're going to realize if you're not used to doing this, this was difficult for me at first. I was the type of player who I either picked everything or I legatoed everything. That middle ground was real difficult for me. Now, this is the Eddie way of doing it, where, like I said, he starts with legato and picks the last four notes, or last three notes. I preferred the sound of it the other way around. I picked first and legato last. So you can take the inspiration from your heroes, but still twist it just a little bit. And to me, the little things like this make up the big details. So we're working out of E minor here, and we're going to be going 7, 8, 10 on the low E string. Now you're going to pick 7, hammer on 8, hammer on 10. Now that's a down pick. And then you're going to go to the high E string, and you're going to pick 7, 8, 10. And I believe Eddie would be going up, down, up. Because if you look, we're picking on the outside of the string. He tended to pick outside more than inside, at least from the licks that I've learned. There you go. Now you're going to shift up to 8, 10, 12. It's the same exact picking pattern for our right hand. So once you get it kind of locked in on your picking hand, it's pretty simple. It's just the left hand you have to worry about. So 8, 10, 12 on both strings. So down, 8, hammer on 10, hammer on 12, and then you're going to go 8, 10, 12. So shift up again. We're going to go 10, 12, 14. Okay, everything's exactly the same. 10, 12, 14 on both strings. Pick, hammer, hammer, pick, pick, pick. So that's the first lick, and if you're not used to that, try doing it that way. If that's uncomfortable, maybe try it the way that I like to do it, where I pick first. So there's my way. And Eddie's way. Learn it both ways, It's just more tools in the tool belt. All right, so on to the next lick here, and this is also from Spanish Fly. And this one we're going to go like this. Now, again, listen how we're starting with some, hammer-ons and pull-offs, legato. But since we have all this space in there, you can actually over-accent notes if you want to. So I can make certain notes really pop out. There's a lot you can do by incorporating this stuff into your playing, and that's exactly what Eddie did. He was so dynamic with the way that he played. So what I'm doing here is, again, you can kind of think of it as E minor, G major. It's all really the same thing. But we're going to go like this. 4, hammer on to 5, hammer on to 7 on the D string. Now I'm going to go to 4 on the G. Okay? Then I go back to 5-7 on the D. So that 4 was on the G. I hope I said that right. Now notice how those 3 notes are picked. So right in the middle of this, I started with legato, lots of picking. Now I'm going to go back to 4, hammer on to 5. So back to 7. So 7, 4 on the G, hammer on 5, hammer on 7. So because the next lick we're going to do is from I'm the One. It's similar to it anyways. These up here. It's really cool stuff. Like I said, if you're not familiar with this or you haven't done it yet, this is a great place to start. It gives you a lot of control. You could pick it all if you wanted to. That's all picked, but listen to it with the kind of combination. It's so much more dynamic. I mean, I just enjoy that sound more. So there's that example of kind of doing everything, really. I mean, it's outside picking the entire time, and it's the combination of legato and picking. So let's move on to the last lick. Okay, now the final one is a similar idea to something that he does in the I'm the One solo. And it just kind of has everything that we're talking about. I might actually walk into this. I don't remember the exact phrasing of it, but the overall lick that I want to show you is this one. So only one note is hammered on, but it makes such a difference because of the accent that it allows you to do. So I'm going to be playing it right here on 8 and 9. You can move it anywhere though. 8, hammer on 9. Then I go to 10 on the, or 11 on the D. Back to 8. And then you pick 9, 9, 11 on the D. So it's such a hidden gem inside of Eddie's playing because he was such a dynamic player, and a lot of that comes from his ability to mix picking and legato together and not have just one stagnant sound. Alrighty gang, that is going to be it. Happy New Year. I probably don't say it enough, but I truly do appreciate all of you watching the videos, hanging out with me. It means the world, man. We're just a bunch of guitar nerds here, and I love nerding out to this stuff with you. I hope that you enjoy it as well. And other than that, I'm bouncing out of here. Make sure you go grab your guitar. Go play it. You know, have some fun with it, dude. We get to play guitar. Think about that. 2026, man. Let's play more guitar. All right. Bye, guys. Appreciate you.